So day 3, it's now Saturday, and we're heading back to Malaga, but we've got a long day ahead. So it's been basically Thursday afternoon, evening, and a heavy day yesterday. I don't know how it came across on the video, but I was tired at the end of it. Tired, frustrated, but also quite happy that we got sort of the results that we didn't get the results that we wanted, but I didn't think we were going to get results. But what I wanted was the knowledge to know what's going on so that I can handle it properly. Because you can't just sit behind a computer and go, oh, no appointments, oh, no appointments, oh, no appointments. Can't do that, can you? So now we know the source of the problem, and we got a way to hopefully deal with it with the times that we found out that we have to be online. We've got a way to get a digital certificate for our clients so they can get it themselves. We're going to do more information, more content on booking the appointments. So yeah, for me it was a productive day. Let me just show you where we are. There you go. We are driving through the middle of Almeria. This is the road that I came in on Thursday evening. As you can see, slightly different to the windy, dark drive in. It's now gorgeous weather. Come back, rain. Come back. We need you. Save the sun for the summer. We don't need sun now. We need rain. It's still very, very windy. You can see the sandy mountains. I call them sandy mountains. I'm not too sure they are sandy, but of Almeria in the back there, but they've got that lovely sort of orangey colour to them. And we're going on the coast road, which takes us to Agua Dulce out, because I'm hoping to grab something to eat early on the way out. So it's now 12:30, which is a bit early for lunch, but I skipped breakfast, jumped on the live show, so yeah, an early lunch late breakfast, brunch I suppose, stroke lunch. And then on to the A7, and today we are going to Loja, to Granada, where I've got a property that we're hoping to sell. Fingers crossed. In an ideal world, I would love to keep it and live in Malaga, but unfortunately got to be realistic, and we've owned it for a long time, and it's got to go, I'm afraid. Our life is in Malaga now. We lived in Loja for only a couple of years back in the late noughties, over 15 years ago now really. But my heart, there'll always be a piece of my heart in Loja. I was saying before, Granada is special to me for some reason. I don't know, everywhere I've ever lived in my life, Loja and Granada, the Granada province, for some reason just sits with me. It's where I feel comfortable. It's, as I say, it's always got a piece of my heart there, I can tell you. More so than Malaga, I'd say. But then we have a fantastic life in Malaga. We have the opportunity to have the business in Malaga. And it provides my family and my kids with a wonderful life, a wonderful place to live. So, not knocking Malaga at all. It's a great place to live, amazing. But deep down, for some reason, the Granada province sits with me. Anyway, so this is the drive out of Almeria. You see, very pleasant drive. Following the E15, A7. Now, when you drive out of Almeria, you can either drive right through the centre of town up to the main road, and oh no, I wanted to go there. Now I'm going to do something illegal again. Okay, don't do as I do as I say. You're not allowed to go over solid white lines, but I wanted to show you the coast road, and I was sat in the wrong lane. yeah, if you're in a rush, what you need to do is take the right hand lane, which I just unfortunately illegally stepped out of, which takes you straight up to the E15, A7 and on your way to where you need to go. At the top of that road it goes either off towards the East Almeria, or you can go west towards Granada and Malaga, or you can come on the coast road. Now the coast road, as you can see, is a great little drive. We're not particularly in a rush today, though I'd love to get back to see the family. I know they're at a birthday party at the moment, and then they're going to be going home and chilling out, so I thought I'd have a drive on the coast to show you guys what it's like driving out of Almeria on the coast. Wind's picked up. Castel del Rey. This looks an interesting place. Look at that. Wow. Bit run down. What that's all about. I wonder if that's a little village. See Agua Dulce, which I believe is part of Roquetas, part of the town. So it's a barrio of Roquetas rather than being its own town. I believe so. I'll have to double check that. Got some campervanas there. Germany. Well, they've got German registrations anyway. La Gruta restaurant there, that looks nice and posh. Asador. Looks nice. So yeah, we're not going to talk more about the Almeria appointments. I think I did enough of that yesterday. We're just going to give you a nice drive along the coast. Now, we've got going on down here. Looks like, oh, there's a campsite down there. Camping La Garrofa. That looks very nice as well. If you're into camping, La Garrofa, just outside of Almeria. Hotel coming up on the left hand side. I've never stayed there, but it always comes up on my bookings app, because it's a Diverti hotel, so it means it's safe. Well, safe for kids. All hotels are safe for kids, but it's very child friendly. So if you're a retiree and you're coming for a quiet holiday, I can tell you definitely don't go to a Diverti hotel. It will completely do your head in. Screaming kids everywhere. A lot of them are all inclusive, so you've got parents who are very happy at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Mini club. There you go, you can see it just on the left. But for my demographic, middle-aged man with a 7 and 10-year-old is fantastic. Brilliant, yeah. But we've never stayed at this one. We stayed at one in Roquetas, but never this one. It seems to have fantastic views and reviews. It's a bit dated though. I'd love to know where they get the ratings, like the 4-star ratings, because there's quite blatantly hotels in Spain which are definitely not 4-star, and they've got a 4-star rating. I don't know how it's worked out. Do you have to have a certain amount of rooms, a swimming pool to be a 4-star? I stayed in the 4-star one in Almeria, and it wasn't 4-star. I don't particularly know what 4 stars, but I'd have given it 2.5 best, to be honest. I mean, surely you have to have an indoor pool to be a 4-star, wouldn't you? like mussel beds. They have these like things in the sea where they grow mussels on, like big rods, or they're like, or they might be fish farms or something. But should we stop and show you? Oh no, I can't pull over there. That's a shame. It's like a fish farm or something. Someone once told me they were mussel beds, that's what I'm saying it, but whether that's true or not, I don't know. And now heading to Agua Dulce, the port of Agua Dulce. Wow, this is a nice drive. Look at that. Can we see the fish? No, we can't really see the sea things from there. Oh, there's a bit of parking here. So completely going randomly off the road. Don't know where I am. Right to Almeria. We're going to go to Almeria. We're going to go left. Let's go and have a look at the Puerto Deportivo de Agua Dulce. Look at that in front of you. Brilliant. Oh, we might find some food here. Very nice. There we go. Club Nautico. It's a nautic club. So if you from 1993 that was established. Drive through Agua Dulce, shall we? What's this place like? There's a couple of restaurants open. Cafeteria Kevin. Very Spanish name, is it, Kevin? Wow, beautiful beach here in Agua Dulce. Look at this. Very nice. Sweet water, as it translates to. People having a walk along the front. There's an English. Oh no, it's not an English car. It's 50cc. So those ones with the yellow plates on the front and the back are actually only for motorbikes. Engines in them, 49cc. But they make build little cars. I don't know what's worse, them or the electric scooters, to be honest. There's plenty of little places to eat along here. Well, this is a nice drive, isn't it? A nice drive. Look at this, we're only 13 minutes out of Almeria. This is where we are. So we're getting to the hotel. Well, there's a little drive into Agua Dulce for you. I'm going to stop now and try and find somewhere to have a bit of brunch. There's a nice Mustang there. No, it's not one of those electric ones. Not I've got anything against electric cars, but just electric Mustang. Just buy a Tesla, really. Keep the Mustang how it should be. I was reading an article the other day about how the European Mustang is different to the American one. It's basically like a softer version, really. That's what the article said. Right then, so we're going to try and find somewhere to eat, and we'll crack on to Granada in a bit. So we're well past now Roquetas. We're halfway to the Granada province. Just another quick video, show you what the scenery is like. And also, I don't know if you can hear it. You probably can on the video because I haven't got a microphone on. The wind is incredible. We're sat at around 80 kilometers an hour. So here we go. This time we've got in Malaga 177, Montreal 77. So in Montreal we have to deviate and take the road which goes up to Granada. From there we get the A92 over to Loja. But the wind is incredible. I'm sat here doing about 90 kilometers an hour if I don't go any faster. With the steering wheel pointing, I feel like I'm doing like a driving crabbing along the road, you know, when planes crab to land. So I feel like I'm driving. The Upsticks mobile is a cracky little car, but it doesn't like 100 kilometre gusts of wind, I tell you. You can't really see because there's nothing to reference it with. So there's big palm trees and stuff you'd see, but it is blowing a hoolie out there at the moment. Got a lot of people steaming past me in slightly more modern cars. Ooh. And we still didn't get anything to eat. This is the main concern at the moment. Now on the way here we nearly ran out of petrol. And on the way back through the same area, now the main concern is it's now 1:30 and I jumped straight on the motorway and didn't find anywhere to eat. Well, I found two places, just didn't stop. So I'll carry on going. And here we are now. We're going to nowhere again with nothing to eat. I've got the obligatory packet of crisps and a bottle of water from the garage, but that's it. Right then, we'll show you when we get to Granada. So we're off the we're off the A7 and we're coming up towards Granada now. So I'll do a quick video because it's the beginning of the foothills of the Sierra Nevada range, more or less in front of you. Wow, not really the foothills of the. I think if you looked on a map, it's Sierra Nevada, but it's miles away. It's another 30, 40 kilometers away. And I can see snow at the top of one of them, I think. Right at the back. I may be wrong. Lovely drive up. This is the new road. Years ago, I think this was opened in around 2013, I think. It's 10 years, it's got to be 10 years old now. But you used to have to go on the coast on a smaller road, which is down the coast road, on the smaller one, which is on your left hand side here. Just going over the reservoir, which is extremely low, as we know. And it's still very, very windy. had a day with lots and lots of sun, no clouds, but as we're getting further towards Granada, it seemed to be clouding over a bit, and apparently it's bits of rain in Malaga. Just got off the phone to headquarters. Headquarters on a Saturday, being Lara and the kids at home. Well, they're at a birthday party. Lots of things go. When you've got kids in Spain, I'm sure it's the same for kids around the world, but it's just non-stop parties and classes, and honestly, it's so much. It's fun, but if you think there's 30 kids in each class, no, 25 kids more or less, not quite 30, but plus the friends which aren't at school, that's 50 birthdays to start with, because 25 from each class. You take your kid out, say 48. Even if you attend half of them, it's still one every 2 weeks, isn't it? And then you've got the friends parties as well. And here we are on the old, what's this one called? This is, can't remember what this bridge is called now. One of these bridges is quite famous because sadly one of the workers fell off and lost their life. It was all over the papers, I remember that. And now we can this place here called Upsticks. Upsticks, I've been there. I went there once to see a client. Isbor, I think Upsticks is part of the Isbor town hall. I don't know, could be wrong. If you know, let me know in the comments. Video once we get up to Granada. So we're just approaching Granada. You can see Granada in the distance there. Well, you could if there wasn't so many clouds. You can see Sierra Nevada if there wasn't any clouds. A bit of a news update. We just had a news update from Antonio, our accountant, my mate as well. Got him on the show very soon. On the channel, sorry. That the main road is cut off due to the protests. He said, don't drive up to Granada. He said, just carry on going straight to Malaga and come another day. You're not going to be able to get through. And now I don't know what to do because I'm 40 minutes from the coast in Granada now. Getting better and better. So I'm gonna, and I still haven't eaten, by the way, more importantly. So I decided when I left that I'll stop somewhere on the way. We went for Agua Dulce. That was an hour and a half ago. I just carried on. Alarmingly, we've now finished the crisps as well. So things are getting quite desperate at the moment. I think the plan is, let me tell you what the plan is. So the plan would be, I'm trying to think of alternative routes. I think the plan is to get some food first, because you can't think when you're hungry, can you? At least I can't. And then sit down, have a look at the news, find out what on earth's going on, and work out what to do. Don't particularly want to stay another night away. But then again, I don't particularly want to drive all the way back down to the coast, another 2 hours. So, I'm trying to think if there's any alternative routes. There that's it. So we're going to stop, get some food, and work it out what we're going to do. Because last one we're going to be doing is, well, we can't throw scarf, we can't get that way, so I'm assuming there's some sort of diversion. I know we can get through Almeria, Granada down to Malaga that way. So I might, and we wouldn't be able to get to Zafaraya either. Don't know. Right, that's it now. I think I'm going to come off at the. I'm going to do something which I absolutely hate, and I'm going to go to a shopping centre to get some food. Because if not, I'm going to have to get involved in Granada. As much as I'd love to, parking up, wherever shopping centre's easy. Which means I'm probably going to eat some really bad food. But it's literally just here, the Nevada shopping centre. So yeah, convenience. Right then, let's do that and then see what kind of cunning plan we can come up with, and whether we're actually going to be going to Granada. Right, that's food done, and it wasn't finger licking good, it was finger licking rubbish, I can tell you. But unfortunately it was a quick stop, a very convenient KFC. Yeah. Quite comical that they've got finger licking good on the side in Granada. I'm not too sure if your average Granadino knows what finger licking good means. Right, so we've come up with a plan. As you can see, the rain started. Brilliant, that's good, we need this. I'm not complaining about the rain. Now, a little bit lost around the back streets. No, I'm not. I mean, we are now. I think. I know I need to be. I need to be over this other side of the road, but. So we go. Let's go down here to the roundabout. Right, the plan is, so there is big farmer strikes in on the road that we're on now, but two things. First thing is, protesters don't like rain, don't like getting wet, so, well, if they're very, very dedicated to the cause, then of course they will be, but generally a bit of rain, that clears it. So, but if they've got big tractors, they'll just sit inside the tractors, won't they? Didn't think about that. So, first thing I was thinking, rain, that could halt play for the protest. We get a clear way in to Loja. Second thing, checked on Google, and it looks like the protests are happening around a town called Upsticks, which is 10 kilometers, 15 kilometers from Loja. Now I know a town called Villa Nueva de Mesilla, I think it's called, so I know it. Yeah, that's it. I know of it. And there's a back road which goes into Loja from that road. So the plan is to go down the A92. So we're going to go through a village called Santa Fe. So we're going to make a shortcut through Santa Fe from Granada, which then takes us right to the A92. And then at the A92 at Villanueva de Mesilla, we're going to come off and go the back way into Loja through a little town called Upsticks. And hopefully the protests will miss the protests. So apparently they're getting a little bit violent as well. I've just seen a video which I can't put on the channel because of the language that's being used, albeit it's in Spanish, but definitely can't put it on the channel. I wouldn't want my children watching that. It looked quite a bad video. Throwing a lady to the police for throwing a lady to the ground, but the context of the video wasn't quite, you should never ever resort to violence evidently, but what the context of the video, evidently like a lot of stuff on social media, all you saw was the police throwing the lady to the ground. You didn't see what she threw at them, but she may not have done anything, who knows. But yeah, so we want to avoid it. And I got another message back. I've been in communication with one of my friends from Granada. He's here actually today, but he's busy, and Antonio, and they were like, look, well, he got caught up with a child in the car 5 hours the other day. Now, obviously I haven't got any children in the car, but I don't want to be sat in it for 5 hours. So let's see how it goes. The first thing is, we're going to find our way out of the centre of Granada, to be honest. So we just come off at this exit. This is if you're coming from Granada, you're going towards Malaga, then this is cheeky little shortcut really, instead of going all the way up to the A92. This is the A92G, which runs through Santa Fe. Probably cuts about 15 minutes off your time. You always follow the airport signs. Granada Airport, I haven't been there for years, but very small airport, certainly not that busy. Ryanair once were going to go in there, and I know they did an awful lot of work on it, and then something political happened and they didn't, I don't know, there wasn't an agreement on the subventions or something that they got, which messed up that plan. But I think British Airways still flying there to London City. That's the last I heard, Granada Airport. Such a shame. I think you know, it's definitely a viable alternative for people coming this way, going to Jaén. You know, maybe if you can't get to Almeria, Granada will be okay. It's only an hour and a half away. And there we go. You can see the Malaga Sevilla signs. Hoping now that we can avoid these protests. Still another half an hour yet to drive, so we're okay for the time being. But potholes to be avoided, especially when you're in a car this size. I'll disappear down it. And there we are. So, right, well, we better crack on. I keep saying it in this video, don't I? I'm encouraging myself, I think. Trying to avoid some farmers fighting with the police and get to the peaceful town of Loja. Let's see how it goes. Right, so we've got our own little diversion going on now. Loja's only 18 kilometres away, more or less. But we're coming off here because the protests look like they're closer to Upsticks on the map. This part of the road is still clear. So off we go. Let's not get involved. The buses seem to be going that way. Everybody else does. Am I just being overly cautious? I don't know. Who knows? We'll have a little detour on our road trip, can't we? And all I've got to do is remember the way to go. So, let me see. So that takes you back to, there we go. And we're going this way. Yay! Little detour. Oh, watch it, Mr. Magpie. Oh, there's two of them. It's got meeting apparently. Lara knows that I don't, if there's two magpies. This is Garcia Lorca country. I was born around this area. Sadly got killed in the Civil War. Right, so this is Villa Nueva de Masia. I've been here for years. Saturday afternoon stroll. Wow, what size is that dog? It's a big dog. They've got these silver birch trees which are regimentally planted in lines, and I don't know what they use them for. What the wood's used for. I'd like to find out. Well, that's got Antonio for me here. Look at this guy here, look. Completely overtaking me and slamming all on because there's a speed bump. That was a bit silly, wasn't it? The Rio Genil. This river goes all the way to Loja. Spelt Loja, incidentally. And now we are going to that town there called Watataja, which is this way. Apparently. Well, that's a nice mural on the wall. Con educación y respeto se construye la igualdad. There's a cat in the bin there having its dinner. Well, hopefully it found some dinner. More of the regimental birch trees. I think they're birch. Or maybe they're not. As I particularly remember this road. My gut feeling tells me to go left. Seville oranges in the street. Ah, there we go, yes. Watataja, 3 kilometres away. And a drive round the back. Some of the country roads in Granada, right on the west of Granada. Obviously, Granada stretches east very, very, very far. If you look at the Granada's coastline, it's actually quite small, but the province is large. A lot of it is inland. Now this area, there's an awful lot of asparagus in this area as well. You can see it there down to my left. What they do is they, so when they, I think it's a biannual process, it's not done every year. Again, might be something that I have to ask someone. But they'll let it grow, so you can see, oh, if we can stop now, I'll show you. I was going to, no, it's stop. So yeah, what they do is, so they plant the asparagus plants, obviously, then they grow, and they have these big bushy leaves that they let grow all summer. And when they cut them, a lot of the time, the florists use them as well to adorn their flowers. But then they cut them right down, and that's when the asparagus pops through the ground, and they keep cutting it and it keeps popping it until it's time to leave it and let it grow again. That's about the extent of my asparagus knowledge. Many moons ago, in 2011, there was a race called the Ultima Frontera running race, and they had 3 categories. They had a 55-kilometre race, an 80 kilometre and 160 kilometre race. Yeah, people are that crazy. I did the 55-kilometre race, and I didn't do too bad, I can tell you. And this was our last checkpoint, was in this town. We came over those mountains at the back and ran down to a checkpoint in Watataca. Then from Watataca we followed the road we're going to follow now back. And there's this one famous hill where well, bear in mind there was only 23 people in my race, so even if I did really bad I'd only come 23rd, but I did very well. And I'm going to put a link below here from one of my sponsors, actually, at the time, so you can read about it. But there was one of these hills, and I'm going to show you it, where there was a guy in front of me, and we're on the last stretch. Now what happens is here is when you're doing that kind of race, a lot of it is psychological. You've just got to get your head in the place where you can run those kind of distances. You've got to be fit, obviously, but if someone comes steaming past you on a hill, when you've already run a marathon and a bit and you're in the last 10 kilometres and they're still running and they're going uphill, then that psychologically just destroys you. You know you're not going to catch that person. So I was behind him, and sort of, because on the hills you generally walk the hills, or power walk them, and I saw him start to walk the hill, and I thought, if I can run this, then that's going to destroy any chance he thinks he's got of catching me, because he knows that he's just not going to with this. But I've got to run, and I was already very tired, and running uphill was not part of the plan to get to the end. I thought, come on, grit your teeth and bear it. So I did. I ran up the hill, I ran past him, said good afternoon, he nodded back. I carried on running until I was out of his sight. And I stopped and he cried. It hurt so much, I tell you. But he didn't catch me up. So, and that was it. And at the end he came over to me and said, you were strong there at the end. You did well. And I said, no, I wasn't. I said, I'm sorry. I was crying by the time I passed you. But he laughed. It was okay. Now, where do I go? This is locker this way. Here we go. It's telling me where to go. Locker Malaga. This way. Okay. I think that is because of the protests. Everybody's coming this way. There we go. If I can find the hill, I'll show you where it is. Oh, it hurt. Oh, it hurt so much. I mean, he must have seen it in my face when I was running past him. But, right, let's carry on. Well, I didn't find the hill. Maybe I didn't come this way. It's a false memory. It different way we went, or maybe the hill wasn't as big as I thought it was. Over the years, every time I tell the story, the hill gets bigger and tougher. Right, so that's Loja in front of us. Actually looks like the motorway is pretty clear, to be honest. So we might not have had to do this detour. Yeah, it's a nice little drive, wasn't it? Bit blustery now, a bit windy again, but the rain's coming. This area is renowned for its olives. So many olive trees, and they'll be absolutely cracked out for the rain, so that's a good thing. These beautiful trees here with the white blossom are almond trees in front of us. They blossom this time of year. Absolutely gorgeous. It smells nice as well, almond blossom. Not that you should pick it because it's good for the bees, apparently. There we go. Town of Loja ahead of us. At Loja. That's across the Genil River again, which we crossed just a while ago. Two bridges to cross. You can use this as the main one. There's another one off. This is Puente Nuevo. There's another Puente Viejo. I think they call it old and new bridges. Town. I'm going to take you for a drive. Right up and through A92. Right. Chilly out, everybody's got coats on, so I'm going to get mine out. A little bit cooler up here in Granada. Going down to the top of the town. Loja are known for its water, it has lots on it. There's lots and lots of spring water in Loja. There's fountains everywhere if you can drink out of. Nice restaurant off here to the Alacena, off to the left hand side. That's the brother of the person who owns Atracón, which is a takeaway pizza place. It's got its own restaurant as well now. Also very good. Apparently they've fallen out. I don't know if that's still the case. Many years ago, there was a bit of a feud apparently. Talleres Kinney in front there. That's the we know Kinney. He's guy does the bodywork shop. also family of the our old local bar who came over to our wedding. Flatty, there's a very good restaurant, Flatty. Slightly expensive though. That's slightly more up market. Didn't see much problems on the roads. Let's hope the protests haven't headed down towards Malaga, which, if you're looking to make an effect on traffic, that's probably where you would go, to be honest, if you were organising a good protest. Now over the top of the town, we're going to have a little drive through. I'll show you the back streets while we go to the house. Shot the views as well. I've got much more to say really. I'm tired now. Not like me, is it, to be speaking. This is a lovely hotel here, brand new Mirador. I remember the old hotels there. That's a lovely, lovely hotel with a sushi bar at the side of it. I wonder how a sushi bar does. I don't know how well a sushi bar do in Loja, but apparently it does okay. Now, a little treat for you, driving around the back streets of Loja. See the inside of a very typically Andalusian town. Oh, sorry, mate. Up the hill we go. A little drive through the back streets for Loja for you. Good blinding sun. So yeah, it's well, it was a successful trip. We've been to Montreal, been to Almeria, we've been back down to Granada, 3 days. It's now, don't know when I'll get these published, but it's now 6:15 on Saturday, so you'll probably get these videos out next week sometime after the weekly update video. And yeah, you've got to come out and do these things and see what's going on in the areas if you can't get answers. I mean, the other good thing about it is that I need to clean my glasses. That's better, I can see where I'm going now. That would help, wouldn't it? The other thing about it is that, you know, at least we've got answers to why there's no appointments. And you know, a slight way of resolving it by getting the times that they're supposed to be published, and also, you know, we know about digital certificates. We've got a way around the problem. If a client can't get a digital certificate, we can do that and sort that out for them. So yeah, we're getting more solutions to the Almeria problem. certainly shouldn't put anybody off who wants to come and live here in Spain. That's not why we're doing this. We just need to know when things change, and this isn't something that's abnormal. Things change all the time. If you remember, we probably don't remember if you're new to the channel, but there was a problem in Manchester with the strikes, and the only way I could find out information was to go to Manchester. London as well, we've been there to find out when they first opened after COVID, because there was some real confusion over some of the parts of the registration, the documents that you need, and so I just went to London. And that's how you sometimes, unfortunately, albeit we live in a digital world, the only way to find stuff out is to actually go. And I was just talking there, so we know there's a problem with these gangs block booking appointments. How they're doing it, everybody's a mystery. The police don't know, apparently. And I was just talking there to Antonio, who went to an accountant's seminar on AI, so on how people are introducing AI into their daily work as an accountant here in Spain. And he was talking to one of his colleagues about it, who's quite a heavy hitter in the extranjería field. He does a lot of operations for foreigners, getting them residency cards, different demographic to our clients, but he does a lot. And he said that the police know about it. They know, they are aware that there is a problem with these people taking up the appointments, you know, and let's hope that in some point in the future it's addressed a little bit more seriously than it is now, because they're obviously not addressing it because it still happens. But yeah, I suppose it's not, do they consider it a serious crime? Who knows? It's serious enough if you're waiting to register your visa, isn't it? And everybody, the thing is as well, is people coming on a non-lucrative visa, but you've got to remember the time of the way appointment isn't specific to a non-lucrative visa. It is for every single person who has got permission to reside in Spain and needs to go and register for a TIE card. So you've got everybody is going for the same appointment. Who qualifies for that appointment, but it's not specific to the non-lucrative visa. But there we go. Right, and I'll just finish off by showing you a little bit of the landscape around me. I've shown you more of the landscape this time than me just waffling on, because it's probably a lot nicer. And if I continue to waffle, it doesn't matter then, because you can look at something like, there we go. Slightly blinding sun. One of the trailers that you typically see somebody full of olives with, going up and down to the cooperativa, so they'll go get all their olives, take it down to the cooperative, and come away with their oil the next day. Olive oil evidently has gone up through the roof. Even seen it with security tags on now, the more expensive stuff. Rio Frio. We're about, I'll take you to the Malaga province, why not? Add a bit of time to the video. Watch time's going well on the channel actually. We're getting quite a bit. Not too sure how much people like me just driving around and waffling on, but get the old view. Wind's dropped down, as you can see. Quite a lovely evening now. At 26 kilometres from Antequera, 61 from Malaga. About a 45-minute journey to get home. 288 from Huelva and 308 from Cadiz. That'd be nice, just carry on to Cadiz. No, I'm afraid we've got work now. Being away from the office on Friday means I didn't get to do most of my emails Friday, so I'm afraid this evening it's catchy uppy time, and then tomorrow being Sunday, and I've been away away, spend some time with the family, perhaps get a couple of the videos done. I've got so many videos recorded and pending that I haven't put up yet. Someone needs to sort out the pothole problem on the A92. Lots of potholes. It's not good when you're in a micro machine. Oh, now I'm showing my age, and I had micro machines, remember them? From the 80s, man. And here we are, you can see that we are now going to Malaga. In the province, in Malaga, yes we are, yeah. I missed the sign. Ooh, more bumpy bits of the roads. Whoa, 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 dear me. Oh, pothole. Generally the state of the roads in Spain is good, but that section of the A92 needs some... Oh, we go, no. Province of Malaga, that's the sign there. Now we're in Malaga. So once again, thanks for watching. If you like the video, comment below please. The more comments, the more traction it gets. Share it if you like these driving videos. Don't share it if you don't like them. And yeah, off we go. Malaga, here we come.